Hello, you awesome friends. My name is Edward, and I want to invite you to a very, very special networking evening or day wherever you are. Can you please unmute for the moment and give the person next to you a thunderous round of applause? Big welcome, everyone. Great having you with us. And just to start off the evening, just to let you know, I ran out of chocolate, so I've got fortune cookies. And I'm going to read your fortunes, everyone, so stay tuned. So watch very closely. I shall proceed to break the cookie, as you can see here. The cookie is now broken and there are crumbs on my keyboard. And let's read what your fortune is. Oh, this is good. Beware. Temptation awaits you. What a great start to the evening. I tell you what, there is only temptation here tonight, but it is good, positive temptation. So big welcome. Great having you with us. Firstly, let's give a big shout to Piero's wonderful baby. Can we have a look, Piero? Yeah, there we go. Cute little baby. Already an influence. Oh, my God. Just as sexy as her dad. So there you go. His dad, I should say. So it's really, really good. Big welcome. And just to let you know, our legendary speaker tonight is Tim Beamland. So let's give Tim a round of applause. And what we're going to do is I'm going to try and get through everyone first. And once we get through everyone, then we're going to bounce over to Tim for the encore. And I'm sure Salvatore won't mind. Salvatore just conquered COVID. Can we give a round of applause to Salvatore? So it's in fact, I think he's not scared of COVID. COVID is scared of him. So he kicked COVID in the pants and COVID ran off. So great that you're still with us, Salvatore, and power to you, right? So there you go. So big welcome, great having you. Just to let you know, it is being recorded, so please keep it all positive and wonderful. And please use the chat, share your LinkedIn links, share your messages, and really keep it all moving. So to kick off the evening, we'll leave Piero alone for the moment because he's got the baby. We'll come back to Piero. I was going to pick on Piero. So in light of that, I'm going to launch an attack on Annette Tavisha. Now, Annette and I spoke on a podcast today, and it was incredible. And Annette, how has your day been since we spoke earlier?
It has been busy. We have pulled down a trampoline, a cubby house, and done some grouting today. So it's been all hands on deck at my house today, and even put a quick swim in the pool today. So, and as well as obviously interviewing you, which was absolutely amazing. And that comes out on Monday morning. So I don't even know if I can wait to post it, but we'll see.
I'm looking forward to it. And Annette, tell us a little bit about you and what you do. And you're one of our meetup, and by the way, everyone, Annette's one of our meetup leaders for New South Wales Central Coast. A big thank you. Tell us a bit about you, Annette.
So I am a coach for women primarily. So I help professionals who have been through emotional abuse take back their life. And the idea is to get you through it in 90 days so you can get back on with your life and your business and grow and develop. I'm also an intuitive, so I use tarot cards and oracle cards. So I do a little bit of everything, Ed. I like to say I'm a jack of all trades.
Ooh, but very good.
Yeah, get you back on track, get your life back.
And you're very good at that. And Annette, what are your tips, networking tips for people to get the most out of the Zoom experience?
Look, I suggest if you don't know someone on this Zoom today, you connect with them and have a coffee with them. So that's my number one tip today. Connect and have a coffee with someone. You never know who you might meet.
Well said. Can we give a round of applause to Annette Tavisha? Annette, love your work. I actually want to bounce over to the legendary Alexander Kittle, who's recently joined us. And Alexander, thank you for joining us. How's your day? What have you been up to, Alexander?
Actually, my day's been pretty amazing, even if I did have to work my fingers to the bone with death by PowerPoint presentations all day and listening to you and clicking on all those links today. So I've been a very productive, busy day.
Oh, good to hear. Now, Alexander, tell us a bit about you and what you're up to.
I'm going to rebrand myself this week because you keep calling me a powerhouse salesperson, and I'm going to say I'm your trusted IT advisor.
Oh, hear that, everyone? Trusted IT advisor. I like it. Can we give Alexander a round of applause? Trusted IT advisor. Please continue.
So currently I work in a managed service space with education and federal government, and we're sort of part of my role is to look for new business because the boss is sick of education and federal government. I don't know why. So
no, not at all. No, government. Don't
know why. So we're now expanding into a sort of that SMB middle enterprise market space. And I've had a flavour. I've done data centers a lot in the past, and so I'm now going to move to cybersecurity. So you'll probably see some posts pretty soon about tips and tricks on how to secure your business in the cyber world without spending too much money, if not none at all.
Legendary. Alexander, it's a pleasure and thank you. And I got to say, we appreciate you, Alexander.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Round of applause to Alexander. Big applause to Alexander. And I can't help but noticing the extremely dangerous Naomi J here. How you doing, Naomi? What's going on?
I'm well. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm going to eat this fortune cookie while I listen to how awesome you are as you tell everyone what you do.
Hey, I was going to say, isn't that just an excuse so you can eat? Yeah. Hi, everyone. I am Naomi. I'm a brand designer and advisor at The Brand Advisory. I'm a strong advocate in the power of design and marketing and how it drives proven business results. And I love uniting creativity and connectivity to teach my clients to overcome any brand and design challenge. So I love working with my clients long term to evolve their business branding. So yeah, that's me.
And also too, Naomi, you help run our Melbourne network, and thank you for that. Can you give us some business networking tips so we can get the most out of the Zoom?
Sure. I love what Annette said before. Definitely connect with those who you are not already connected with. And, even if you've visited us a number of occasions and, there's people here who you think you could align with or have, a like-minded interests with, it's great to just connect and maybe e-meet if you're unable to meet face-to-face. And have a 15 to 20-minute chat just to get to know one another more. It's really great because you just never know where that alliance might take you.
Oh, legendary, Naomi. And I got to say, we appreciate you on many levels.
Yay. And we've got the upcoming Melbourne Meetup, which is next Friday.
Yeah, not correct. Yeah. Not this Friday, but next Friday. In fact, what I'll
next
do
Friday,
is...
Yeah. And so please welcome everyone to come along to that. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, Australian time. And we are running it on Zoom. And we have myself, Simon, Tremaine, and Adrian running that. So please come and visit us. It would be awesome.
Just share the link here. So please book on in. And can we give Naomi a thunderous round of applause, Naomi? We love your work. And speaking of loving your work, I think it's time to go into Eileen Avard mode. Now, people will know I'm a bit of an Eileen Avard fan. And Eileen Avard, what's going on, my friend? What's happening in your world that's full of winning?
Well, thank you very much, Ed. I appreciate this network, appreciate the community that we have here. And since joining this group, I just noticed that just turning up here, you get such an exposure. So for the women in transitions, my name is Eileen Avard. I've been in the space of women in transition, helping women who are in feeling confused, feeling overwhelmed, how to navigate themselves through a transitions. So, the people here are probably all very switch on, but there's maybe people that you know that maybe might in transition might be in need of some help. Please, I would love to help them. Women and business, women and women in some sort that is overwhelmed, that is confusion. That got hair. I love to help you. Thank you.
There you go. So basically ladies, and there we go. So we think ladies are awesome. And Eileen, I love all your classic photos that you're sharing. They're really cool. I love all your throwbacks. So if anyone that follows Eileen, she's sharing photos from years ago. And I got to say, Eileen, you've done some pretty cool stuff in your time, haven't you, Eileen?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes. I don't know what to say.
Well, there you go. Eileen, give Eileen a round of applause. We love your work. And it was funny, actually. I was doing a LinkedIn Live with Bernie Walker from the United Kingdom, and the legendary Agnes Software was on there watching, showing maximum love. And I know Agnes is a busy lady, so I'm just going to go after her now. Agnes Software, so good having you with us, and thank you for your love today. How have you been?
Oh, thank you so much. Have been fabulous. Sorry I missed the 2 meetings. So just a crazy time for me.
Yeah.
I was preparing the first ever conference in Australia with the 2 ministers, the health minister and the shadow minister, and all my members of parliament attending. It was a very successful event. I'm now and sorry I haven't been active on LinkedIn. I'm back this week. So it's been a very crazy period for me. So I'm sort of now in that mode where I can join and I can connect. So I'm excited. And it was lovely to see you 2 fabulous people online today.
Agnes, you've been absolutely kicking butt. Congratulations on your work in politics. I can't wait till you run for office. And I say to you, Mr. Speaker, this is a lie to the Australian people. I can't wait till you're in Parliament abusing people like that. And tell us a bit about you and what you're working on, Agnes. You got a few irons in the fire that are very hot indeed.
Yes, indeed. So my name is Agnes, and so far that's my last name. I'm Zambian born. I've been in Australia for about 20 years now. I started off knowing people and how I ended up knowing you guys through my advocacy work. My daughter was born with a blood disorder about 12 years ago, and it's a rare disease, considered rare, not all over the world, just in Australia, considered a rare disease. So without any support from any support groups in Australia, I decided to take up the challenge and started a support group informally for 4 years, and we registered about 3 years ago. And in that 3 years, we've managed to open chapters in all the major states in Australia. And so my main work is to support people living with a condition called sickle cell disease. Please Google it up, or if you want me to explain one day, I will. And through that, I'm also a nurse. I came from a business world. I was an auditor in the tax office back home. I came here, I was working in the bank. But through my daughter's illness, I decided to study nursing to understand her condition. But through that, I'm also working in the health industry. Right now, I'm in one of the frontline workers. Sometimes I do work in the COVID world, but I also run a business to take care of people in their own homes. I'm in the process of registering an NDIS business. But everything around me is about advocacy work in terms of raising awareness about sickle cell disease, not just in Australia, but all over the world.
Agnes, we appreciate the great work that you're doing. And everyone, can we give Agnes a round of applause? Agnes, big thank you. And we have got a woman who's died more than me. I died once and I'm pretty proud of it, but she died 3 times and she cannot be killed by mortal weapons. It's Nicole Yates. How you doing, Nicole? How is my immortal friend going today?
Hey, Ed, I'm going really well, thank you. Awesome.
What have you been working on, Nicole? Tell us everything. What have you been up to and what do you do?
Well, I've had a lot going on lately, Ed. I've had an interview with the Accident Compensation Corporation of New Zealand, the insurance system that basically rehabilitated me 34 years ago after my severe brain injury and dying 3 times and all of that. And they're going to use me in their motorcycle safety campaign next month. And so that was amazing. Lots of networks. And today I got some great news after the fantastic work that Marnie and I have been doing together. Fabulous Marnie. I now have 320 users of my Rethink Memory Management app across the world.
Congratulations, bravo, Nicole.
Yes, so the aim is 1,000. So I've put a link in the chat if you know anybody who's struggling with memory and keeping organised, completing their tasks and want some brain training and some brain health education and so forth. The Rethink Memory Management app is the go, and it's free.
Nicole, we absolutely love you. Nicole, round of applause to Nicole. Love your work. And I was just going to say, if you just come in, please, thank you. Make sure you use the chat, share your links, connect with everyone. And we're going to have Tim Beanland as a heroic speaker once we get through everyone. So we'll get through everyone as quickly as we can. Then we're going to bounce to Tim Beanland. But before we do that, I want to talk to Simon Bowden. Now, Simon Bowden is not only handsome, he is an extremely dangerous man. I mean dangerous in a good context. Simon, how are you today?
Hey, Ed. How are you doing, my friend?
Well, really good, Simon. What have you been working on? What stuff have you been cooking it up lately?
Well, for those that don't know me, I'm a business marketing coach and have been for 25 years, and love what I do, and I'm passionate. So years ago, I used to do a number of workshops through the local councils here in Melbourne, and Naomi was actually the one that suggested that I get back into that, and she's pushed me with a hot iron and branded the back of me.
Mate, I'll call you back.
And as a result, I have launched a workshop online called the Secret 7 Masterclass. And for those that are interested, that are running a business, either as an entrepreneur, small business owner, or somebody that's even keen on starting a new business, this is the key to getting the foundation correct right from the start. So there's going to be a number of really, really great takeaways in this, and there's quite a bit of really good information to get that mind going. One of the key things is dangling the carrot, and I know there's a couple of people in this room that know all about dangling the carrot. I think it's Annette Treverton and Eileen, and of course Naomi knows all about it as well, and the power of that too. So I might get Naomi to share the link. Oh, she already has.
In the zone, and you're
please, it's an investment of $40, but I can tell you now that you will get that 100 times over. And if you want to buy 2 tickets, you'll get it 200 times over. So there you go. That's the bonus.
And very generous. And also too, Simon also helps run our Melbourne network. And what networking tips do you have for us while we've got you, Simon?
Well, similar to what Annette was saying earlier, you know what? The thing is, don't be the best kept secret. Make sure if you go to a networking event like this, don't sit in the back corner and hope that someone's going to approach you. You know what? Go out on a limb and actually approach someone yourself. And I'll tell you what, you know, you might feel scared or something like that, but you know what? The person there is also scared. So just make that effort. Make a connection, because you never know, that next connection could be the biggest connection you've ever made in a business sense.
Oh my God, it's a pleasure. Simon, big round of applause to you. And also too, I just want to give a big shout out to wonderful Lassie, who we've got with us. Lassie's in the background working away. Can we give a round of applause to legendary Lassie? So good having her with us. And yeah, make sure you connect with everyone. Now, I can't help but noticing Richard Thomas here. And Richard Thomas is actually one of our upcoming speakers in the next few weeks. And Richard Thomas is a man of depth and power. And Richard Thomas, how are you tonight? What is going on in your world, Richard?
Well, hi there, Ed. Yeah, look, I've had a, I suppose, a pretty exciting day. Had a nice webinar that was on this, well, webinar, I suppose, yeah, presentation that was on this afternoon that was all about the property market. So for those who are not aware, I'm working with Amir and Thomas and delving into dipping my toe into the real estate side of things. That's going to be very exciting. It's very, the stuff that this company does is just amazing. It's got so with it in the 21st century. It's, you know, they'll blow everyone else out the water, I reckon.
Oh, no, I agree with you. It sounds like you've got some exciting stuff going down, Richard.
But yeah, look, I'm excited about a new client I've just taken on in the skincare sort of space, which is pretty exciting. You know, it's going to be a big ride, that one. They've got a very fantastic product range and a very good client base, and yeah, the sky's the limit, I think, with that particular brand. So Richard, yeah, so yeah, just helping them out with their lead generation, with particularly with chatbots on Messenger and Instagram. So looking at yeah, they're doing a launch of one of the new products in a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks time. So very exciting.
Could you tell us a bit more about chatbots?
Yeah, look, I could talk for half an hour on it. So that's probably what I'll talk about in in a few weeks' time when it's my turn. But look, I mean, for me, it's really all about designing the conversation to be like you're chatting with your friend. So that's the key. That's the key, to have a conversation like you're talking to a friend. Keep it conversational, and it's all about building trust and gathering information along the way. To to collect new leads, essentially, is what a chatbot is all about, whether it's no matter what platform it's on, whether it's Messenger or LinkedIn or whatever. Yeah, that's the idea.
Richard, we love your work. Can we give Richard a round of applause? Richard, big thank you, my friend. And we've got Amir here. And Amir actually came to our Sydney meetup, which was a Zoom on Tuesday due to lockdowns. And Amir was our speaker, and you rocked the room yet again, Amir.
Oh, I love your work, Ed. And when I've been making phone calls this week, I'm getting the standard response of, wow, you sound like Ed Zia. Where do you get the energy from?
Oh,
so
cool.
I've watched you in the last 12 months, Ed.
Tell us a bit about you besides being an absolute leader in property and more. What have you been working on lately, Amir?
Can you read the sign behind me, or is it backwards?
No, it's looks good. EXP Australia. What does that mean?
So I've about 6 months ago, coming up to 6 months ago, I joined a company called EXP, which is the cloud-based version of a real estate agency. So instead of having the offices where people have to visit your shop to see what you've got on sale, everything was on Zoom before this kind of stuff started. So I've been going since 2002 and started doing 3D design and all the computerized background that you need to legally administer and be compliant with real estate laws. So it is a massive company, 60,000 real estate agents. So the last month, I've just been training some new people like Mr. Thomas Dean, Digital Agency, and Richard, and a few other people on this call in what it means to be a buyer's agent, what it means to be a selling agent, what it means to be a property manager, and going through the licensing through the Real Estate Institute of New South Wales, Real Estate Institute of Queensland, all the fun stuff. And it is great to see you, Wendy, Nicole. Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Legendary buyer's agent there. So, yeah, it's I've just been working really hard in the real estate industry, and some things just become lucky out of the time frame that they're invented. Other times you're in the right place at the right spot. The good thing about Zooms and the good thing about structure is that if you've got something where there's a system behind you and there's a support structure behind you, then whichever day you choose to be your day one, you can start.
Oof. Well said. Such leverage thinking. Amir, we love your work. Beautiful. Round of applause to Amir. Now, just to let you know, last time my computer absolutely wigged out, and my computer's wigging out again. I don't know what's going on. For some reason, I can't move screens. Usually I've got two screens to work over, but I can only take a screenshot of one screen. So what I want to do now is I want to take a screenshot. Now, I will apologize. Some of you won't make it because of my PC doing weird stuff. I don't know what's going on. But what I want you to do is this, my friends. I want you to get ready for the photos. Turn on your webcam, lean into the camera, look in the lens, and hold the pose for the ultimate screenshot. And do something crazy. Do a big smile. Do something awesome because I love your work. 3, 2, 1, big smile. Oh, my God, that photo was awesome. And I just want to apologize in advance. I don't know what my PC is doing. As you know, my PC absolutely died the other day on a Zoom, but but thank you all for being so patient. Now, there you go. My PC is only a few months old. So big thank you. If you've just come in, a big welcome. Make sure you use the chat to stay connected. We've got Tim as our guest speaker shortly. What I'd like to do is I want to open up the floor. Now, if you want to say something, the best thing to do is hit the hands up icon. The way it works. So if you go to your reactions, you can hit hands up. And what's beautiful about it is it ranks them in order. So first in best search, just a few things. Keep it really short, direct, and positive. Remember, it's being recorded. And also please make sure you unmute and speak. And when you finish speaking, just mute it again, just to keep the system audio down. And so we're going to open up. And I was eyeing off Thomas, and Thomas bet us to us. Thomas Dean, great seeing you, man. Every time I see you, you're starting to look cooler. Like you've got the curls now, you've got the glasses. Every time you're becoming that little bit more hip, Thomas. I like it.
Well, and I've had something very interesting this week. So I've started my interns this week, and to hear someone say "sir," it makes you feel like, am I getting too old in that? So I'm having all these interns say "sir, sir, sir," and I'm just like, can't you call me by the name? So that's interesting.
But just on that note, I called a 21-year-old a young lady today, and I'm like, oh, Cord, I'm an old man now. So there you go. When you start calling 20-year-olds young men or young ladies, you're getting old, Thomas. That's all I can say.
Besides that, I've actually brought a production mob onto our team to do video, website videos and that, so make them more professional. And we're actually doing a course at the moment to do online videos for $50. So if anyone would like to be in part of that, please let me know. And yeah, we're doing websites as well. We're trying to get into finishing an exam and everything, but yeah, everything's going pretty well on my side at the moment, Ed.
All I can say is keep it up, Thomas. We love your work.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Round of applause to you, Thomas, and thank you. And we've got Alessio, the Italian stallion from Italy. How are you today, Alessio, and what is going on?
Yeah, thank you very much, Edward. I'm very well, and hope the same for you all. I want to start my speech using a quote that I found, I recently found. It says, helping one person might not change the whole world, but it could change the world for one person. This is what I'm doing because I help people. I help people to diversify their incomes. I'm an investor, and normally helping people to diversify incomes is a work for a financial advisor. But even if I'm not a financial advisor, I'm helping people trying to diversify incomes, suggesting them where to go, starting from studying the basis of the finance. So this is what I'm doing, and I want to. If you want to recharge something and know more about me, I will put my details in the chat box, and also LinkedIn, and I have also Instagram. So I will put my both profiles, and thank you very much.
Alessio, great having you with us, and a big thank you. Graciela, how are you today, Graciela?
How are you? Thank you for having me today here, for creating this group for us to connect. Thank you, Edward. Thank you so much. I am a mindset and emotional coach. I help anxious people who feel overwhelmed, stuck, confused, and without clear direction. I specialize in supporting overwhelmed parents with special needs children in connecting with themselves and embracing challenging emotions with loving a positive mindset, allowing them to build a strong bond and a conscious relationship with their children as they truly are. Actually, I'm going to present next week to Moira's organization. That is an organization that supports disabled people, parents and children. And I'm going to present next week, and I'm going to talk about self-awareness next week. So that is my and for the second time next week, I will be presenting to them.
Oh my God. Congratulations, Graciela. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Round of applause to you, Graciela, and a big thank you. We've got Santu Mondal. Santu, welcome. The floor is yours, my friend. Unmute and say hello.
Hi. Thank you, everyone, for giving me this platform. And a great opportunity to connect with everyone from diverse background. And I'm in Kolkata, India. This is for the first time I got through LinkedIn, and this link got me down here. Okay. And I'm a fitness and health, nutrition, foodpreneur, mindset guy. I love health, fitness, and how foods and technology are really, really connecting people. So yeah, and a lot more opportunities, lot more new innovations, and new things are happening around. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to have much more discussion and also relevant to my topic.
Santu, it's a pleasure. Round of applause to you, Santu, and a big welcome. Big thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
There we go. We've got the man that does not fear COVID, but COVID fears him. He's not only handsome, he's not only Spanish, he's conquered COVID. How are you, Salvatore?
I'm good. And I'm not going to speak much because I was speaking a lot at the beginning, so I'm just going to keep this short and sweet. But thanks for having me again, Ed, and it's nice to see all your faces. But I will say it hasn't all been negative. The good thing about it is some of you may know that I did my book.
Oh my God.
And it's officially now an ebook. So I'm going to drop the link. I've been waiting it for about 6 or 7 weeks. So while I was off ill, they came up to me and go, yep, there's a link. So you should now, because obviously the book was hardback, to get it all the way over to you guys would have cost a fortune. But now on ebook, it's just Kindle version, straight from Amazon, nice and simple. I'll drop the link. And if you want to have a mindset book that tells you a little bit about my life, a bit about my challenges, and just to help you in your day-to-day, or you know somebody who may be interested, it's there. But apart from that, I just wanted to say hello to everyone and have an amazing day. Well, you lot, it's an amazing evening, isn't it?
There you go. Salvatore, big welcome and congratulations. Obviously,
thank you very much.
Welcome back. We've got the amazing Jackie. Jackie, great having you with us. And how has your legendary Thursday been, Jackie?
It's been good. It's been busy. Juggling a lot of things at the same time at the moment. I just wanted to say hello to everybody. I just wanted to say thank you to Ed. I think what you're doing is amazing. It's great to have such a amazing network to basically collaborate with like-minded people. So I'm happy to connect with anybody that's willing to connect. You can look on my LinkedIn in terms of my skills, but briefly, I've got a background in coaching and mentoring, like sales and marketing, and I'm currently in the midst of starting my new business in real estate.
Oh, congratulations, Jackie. Exciting times for you.
It is.
Oh my God. Love your work, Jackie, and a big thank you. And thank you for that. Also want to give a big shout to Lassie. Lassie does a lot of work behind the scenes. So we can give it up for Lassie as well. Lassie does a lot of work behind the scenes. So maximum love to legendary Lassie. And if you want to speak, but if you haven't spoken yet, you want to speak, just click the hand up icon just so you're in the queue so I can pick you up. Toms, how are you, my friend? Are you on your exercise bike right now, sweating out some kilos?
Hi everyone. Yes, I'm still on my exercise bike, pedaling, flowing through the meeting, and I'm actually mindset and yoga coach. And what I want you to think about this moment is temptation beware. So, do you ever get tempted to do some yoga or exercise to get into the better state? So, yeah, just be mindful about to change your temptations to positive ones, like exercising, going for a walk, going for a run. And what I'm doing right now is I'm creating a yoga community, yoga group for meeting up online and practicing some yoga flow. So if you're interested, contact me, and thank you very much and have a nice day.
Oh, Toms, I love your work. And yeah, that was everyone's thing. Beware, friends, temptation awaits you. So there you go. So Toms, you're in the money. Tom's great having you with us. We've got wonderful Rob Allingham with us. And also too, just let you know, Rob is a wonderful veteran. So we just want to thank Rob for his service. And if you are a veteran, we thank you for your service too. Give Rob a round of applause. We thank him for his service. How are you today, Rob?
I'm very well. Thank you, Ed. And I really appreciate the invite. It's great to be here and g'day everyone. It's such a warm community. It's really nice.
What's going on? What have you been working on, Rob?
Well, so I'm still working away at my startup company, Clients Clinic. And for anyone that doesn't know, it's a beauty application and aesthetics application designed to empower client safety, professional performance, and ultimately enhancing treatment success. And the reason behind all of this is because unfortunately, there is a lot of injury and serious consequences to the beauty and the aesthetics industry that the industry doesn't like talking about. And there's a lot of people that are left behind with serious injury, psychological, physical, and debt as well to be able to rectify these situations. So my mission is to significantly reduce the treatment failure and malpractice.
Very noble objective, Rob.
Yeah, thank you, Ed. It's something that's very important to me, because I've now got some extremely dear friends of mine who have experienced these events, and to be able to do something for them on their behalf is very motivating. But for me, I've had some pretty good wins of late. I've brought on a couple of key members onto my team, onto my global team. So I've got some people over in the UK, in the US, in Canada. So building a wonderful network of people that share the same passions and objectives. And I'm also working with some people to form a charity as well for these women that are left behind with significant financial troubles, as well as the physical and psychological. So it's very exciting.
Oh, very noble of you, Rob. Make sure you share your LinkedIn, and love your work, Rob. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I was just going to say, if you've just come in, a big welcome. We're going to hear from legendary Tim Beanland shortly, but we'll get through everyone first, so don't you worry about that. And also, too, please keep using the chat. Use the chat to share your events, share your LinkedIn links. And I forgot to mention as well, we're a very open network, so please promote your own networking events. We support other networks, and we're all about helping the global business community. So throw it all in there, and love your work. And remember, it is being recorded too. Amy Baker. Now, Amy is friends of legendary Juanita Smith. And Amy, thank you for joining us. How are you tonight?
I'm well, thank you. Thanks for having me. This is lovely. Juanita's been trying to get me on for a few weeks, but because of COVID and being in lockdown, I've actually opened my Calendly to be working on Thursday nights, because I have Tuesdays with my toddler. She doesn't get to go to my mum's on that day. So I have been trying to get in. So I'm glad. And then she's not here tonight. But I'm glad I'm here. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. Please tell us, what do you do for, how do you help people, Amy? Tell us.
I'm actually a financial advisor, but not in the traditional sense. Obviously, I'm qualified and ASIC, licensed and whatnot, but I'm also a money mindset coach. So I noticed that there's a few mindset coaches in the group. And I sort of really got fascinated many years ago with the concept of behavioral economics that got me thinking, well, that's on the mass scale, and then went, how can I help my clients? A lot of people come to me to get a financial plan, and they would find, I'd get to review state, and anyone who's seen a financial planner would do reviews, and they wouldn't actually have done their end of the bargain and implemented work. And often there was just stuff holding them back. So I got really fascinated by neuroscience and sort of neuroplasticity, and trying to really work with clients to change their behavior and remodel, reshape their thinking to actually find, successful with their financial plan. So I'm absolutely loving the financial coaching stuff right now. So I'm kind of like trying to change my business somewhat. Right now I've got sort of two businesses. Actually, to be honest, I've got three businesses going on. But for the financial planning business, I've got the money coaching stuff, which does, work hand in hand. I'm building online courses, and I do podcasts on that. I'm now doing another podcast on investing, and I've just joined forces with another money coach to teach other advisors how to implement the soft skills and the money coach questions, and understand how our brains work to actually help more advisors help people. So it's a bit busy at the moment.
You're a powerful lady. Love your work, Amy. And please come anytime you want to our events.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Round of applause to Amy, and it's a pleasure. And just to let you know, we're going to take another photo shortly as well. So I noticed there's something wrong with my PC. I can't advance screens, but we're going to take another photo shortly. So get ready for another photo, and that'll be really, really good. If you want to speak, please put up your hand just so you're in the queue, because very soon we're going to bounce over to Tim Beanland. And we got my friend Lewis here. Lewis and I were very lucky to catch up in the city before all the crazy lockdowns hit. That was a good night, Lewis. How have you been, Lewis? What's going on? The floor is yours, my friend.
Well, hello everybody. My name is Luis, and I want to start by saying thank you to Ed for organizing these amazing events. This is a man that is all about giving first, second, and third. And this is what I love about Ed, because this is very close to what I do. I run a charity back in New Zealand, and what we do is we help non-for-profits build digital assets, such as websites, databases, and any other applications that they might need to increase and generate impact. And we do this by working with a number of online digital IT consultants and professionals across New Zealand and Australia. So in the past year, we've done a little bit of we had a little bit of a break just because we can. And we decided that now we're going to start in 2022 one more time to help as many non-for-profits as we can. We have already worked with over 100 non-for-profits and donated thousands and thousands of hours and hundreds of thousands of dollars in work with all these non-for-profits. So if anybody knows any non-for-profits in New Zealand or Australia, charities, trust, whatever they are, please get in touch, because we would like to start this conversation and start working on this. And for anybody who's willing to come and participate of these events, everybody's welcome, any skills, any level, any background. We're going to start also helping them building their own skills and helping them market their own skills if they want to start their own consulting business, if they want to grow their existing consulting business, or they want to just launch a career to the next level. So thank you very much, Ed, for inviting me, and keep doing amazing work.
Thank you. Round of applause. Just a person, I've known Lewis and I go way back, and Lewis is an amazing man on many levels. And yeah, we had a good night. We actually caught up for, before the lockdowns hit, we caught up for Jimmy's Falafel in Sydney CBD. And I think we drank a bit of alcohol from memory. I can't remember, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. Well, do we have a beer? I think it was a beer. There was some alcohol involved.
No, it was a Diet Coke. I remember.
Oh, no Diet Coke. I don't know why. I just remember getting drunk with you. Must have been another multiverse or something. There you go.
We go back. Yeah.
There you go. No, I love your work, Lewis. Big round of applause to Lewis. It's a pleasure. And we got the legendary Wendy Nicole. Wendy Nicole is a regular in our face-to-face meetups, and it's great seeing her in the online universe. How are you, Wendy Nicole?
Yes, I'm really well. I am a house finder / buyer's agent, similar to Amir and probably a few other people that you may know. My point of difference is that I'm actually psychic, and I've just found that out during COVID. I used to think I'd walk into empty homes and make up stories about what could possibly happen in that home, you know, how my clients would live their life in that home. And sometimes I'd think about, you know, like, oh, you know, like I can see this kind of story about someone dying and, you know, like things like that. Anyway.
It's a bit like CSI. Is it like CSI? Yeah, you walk in and you sort of see the murder and whatever happened, and you put the case together?
Yes, it actually happened to me. Yes, that's how I found out I wasn't just making stuff up.
So the reason why I say it, I had a dream about Scott Bakula. I had an afternoon nap and I just dreamt about Scott Bakula for 2 hours. So there you go.
Oh, yeah. So I actually tune into the energy of a home when I walk in there, and I've found that I can actually pick up on historical energy plus the energy of the owner who currently owns the home. You know, like, are they up? Last time they walked in the home, were they, you know, like, were they upset? Were they excited and happy that they're selling the home? So there are all these things in the background that help me figure out whether a home is right for someone. So I have this natural kind of energy sense about me. So I always find what I'm looking for, which is why I got into this business. I've just moved myself. Would you believe I've manifested my dream rental, and it's literally, it's on the same street as my partner's daughter and his ex-wife, and it's right in the middle of her house and her high school.
There you go.
Right,
it's you're in the middle of the action.
Walk. And I got this rental so fast because of the things that I know, having worked in real estate and what, you know, real estate agents look for, you know, in a good tenant as well. That I got this rental so fast that there were complaints put into the agents that I had been, you know, that they must have known me or they must have given me.
Well, you know the old saying, You snooze, you lose, right? You snooze, you lose, pal. It's a Sydney, buddy. You got to get with it, right, Wendy?
So I know, right? And I'm really excited because my last client that I've just helped, I actually coached her because she wanted to do all the searching herself. So I coached her in my techniques, plus, you know, just really looking for what you really want. And she found a home, basically, you know, kind of an investment property for her son, her adult son, and they've manifested the entire thing, including chickens in the backyard and a chicken coop and the garden and everything.
Wendy, legendary. Share with us your LinkedIn link. Can we give Wendy a round of applause? Wendy, love your work. Thank you. Pleasure. Share your stuff, Wendy. I was just going to say as well, we're going to take a photo shortly, so please do it. And just what Lassie has done, we're going to ask you something. I'm sharing Lassie's link now. Please right now click this link that I just shared. Lassie just did a post, a networking post, bring us together. So please click on Lassie's post and like, comment, and share right now. So just give you a minute to do that. So just do that. And what we're going to do is we're going to bounce over to the legendary Agnes. So make sure you like, share, and comment on that. We're going to go to Tim Beanland's presentation soon. So we're very excited for that one. Agnes, what have you got for us, my friend? And such an honor having you with us.
No, it's just a quick one. I forgot. I put a link. I put a link in the chat box that I'm also a children's book author about sickle cell disease. So I put a link. I'll put it again if people can follow that link and support our organization as well. But I also I can't remember who spoke about setting up a charity. Someone I did. Rob, I think, spoke about setting up a charity. I also consult. I help people setting up not-for-profit organizations. So if you need tips here and there, please let's connect on LinkedIn. And I've been doing this for now 8 years. I can give you 1 or 2 tips. That's it, Eddie. Thank you so much.
Agnes, round of applause to you. Love your work. And we're going to take a photo shortly. So get your webcams on and get ready for a photo. We've got wonderful John Singitis. How are you, John?
I'm good, Ed. I'm good. Thank you for asking. So, yes, I'm actually a virtual assistant coming from 24/7 Direct with Divine and Tremaine. Also, right now, I'm currently hired as an executive assistant of Amir, the buyer's agent. What I do is I'm actually doing some admin tasks for him, photo editing, video editing, calendar management, answering some calls, and research as well. So if you ever need some virtual assistant to help your business, don't hesitate to reach out to me or Amir, and we'll help you out with that.
John, it's a pleasure. Round of applause to you, John. We love your work. And Priyank. Priyank, welcome. The floor is yours, Priyank. How are you?
Thank you, Ed. I'm doing well. So unlike many of us over here, I'm not actually employed or anything. I'm still a student at University of Canada in ACT and studying data science. But I love just visiting places and getting to know what people are doing. So Darshan actually introduced me to this community last week, and I got to see so many authors, and today I'm seeing so many coaches in property business and finance sector. So I just love visiting places and knowing what new things people are up to, so that I can visit them and see, just enjoy. So that's my personal goal for being over here. So yeah.
Priyank, welcome to everyone. Great having you with us. Round of applause to you, Priyank, and please share your links. Now, just very quickly, my friends, what we're going to do is we're going to bounce over to legendary Tim Beanland in just a moment, and I can't wait for this one. What I want to do is I want to grab a quick photo. Again, so we're going to grab another photo. So I've got the 2 screens. So turn on your webcam, lean closer, hold a legendary pose. And I'll tell you what, my PC has been a strange PC lately. Hold the pose. 3, 2, 1, and big smile. Just sexy and love your work. And if you do get missed out in the photo, don't blame me, blame Bill Gates and the Microsoft Surface team. I'm going to pin it on. Now, I'll pin it on Zoom. I've got to pin it on someone. I'll pin it on Zoom. Albeit I like Zoom. So, and thank you, Annette Tavishan, made just state the obvious, bald men are sexy. Couldn't agree with you more, Annette Tavishan. Thank you. What I want to do is just a quick few things as well, just with upcoming events, just to let you know, our next workshop, Our premium influencer workshop is in 22 days from now. If you are interested, my legendary friends, 10 a.m. Saturday, the 16th of October is our next influencer mastery workshop. So if you're a client of ours, you get a loyalty rate. If you're not a client, you still get a fantastic rate. So click that link right now. If you want to come to our workshop, just fill it in and we'll get you all sorted and you can pay afterwards. So honored to have you with us. That's 10 a.m. on the 16th of October. That's our next premium workshop. Also, too, just to let you know as well, just our upcoming events. Our next event after this one that you're on now is our Monday live webinar. So as an update, our Monday live webinars are now run over Zoom. We got rid of GoToWebinar. So we're now using Zoom technology. So basically our webinars are a mixture of education and networking. And our next one's an interesting one. I have a few of you asked me for this one. What this one's a topic on is actually how to use LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram together. So again, absolute master on LinkedIn. A lot of people said, Ed, how do I fit Facebook and Instagram into things? So we're actually going to talk about LinkedIn and how you work with Facebook and Instagram. A lot of you are struggling on that one, and we're going to, you ask, we listen, we're going to help solve that problem. So book in for that one as well. And our next networking Zoom as well is next Thursday. So please book in for it now. If you could book in for it now, that'll be great. And if you know anyone that's good for our events, please bring them. So that's next Thursday. And I know I've already shared, but I want to share again just the support for the Melbourne team. So not tomorrow, but next Friday, we've got our Melbourne lockdown Zoom. And just to let you know as well, just to make this clear with everyone. So with Melbourne, Sydney, Canberra and all that, we're only running Zooms because we have to. Once a lockdown ends, they will revert back to face-to-face events. So this event you're at now is always online, being our international Zoom, but our local ones revert back to face-to-face when we can. So it's a pleasure. So I just want to say a big thank you. Now we're going to bounce over to legendary Tim Beanland, about 5-minute presentation time with up to another 5 minutes for Q&A. So what I want you to do is we're going to hear from Tim. I'm just going to enable screen sharing so Tim can share screen if he wants to. And Tim's an amazing man. I've known Tim for a long time. He's a very, very savvy man. He's an amazing podcaster. I've been on a show many times and a lot of people love him. And what I want to say is while he's presenting, keep the questions coming and also keep networking. And Tim, how are you feeling, my friend? It's great having you with us.
Ed, I'm feeling really good. Thank you for having me. Thank you for putting on yet another awesome networking event. And thank you to everyone showing up. It's great hearing what everyone's up to.
Now, can we, just for the moment, can we all unmute and give it up for Tim Beanland? Unmute and give it up for Tim Beanland. Tim. There we go. Pleasure. So please mute again, except for Tim. And Tim, look, I've enabled screen sharing so you can use it if you want. Yeah. And what I'll do, I think someone actually mentioned this to me. I can actually pin you, I think. Or is it spotlight for everyone, I think?
Oh, cool.
Did that work correctly? Is Tim being spotlighted? Is that right? Okay, Tim, all focus is on you. So, Tim, the floor is yours, my friend.
Cool. Thank you, Ed. I'm really excited. Tonight, I'm going to show you a way that I've discovered to create 3 months worth of content in 45 minutes of your time. I'll just share my screen. So a lot of you are already doing this, but it's unleashing the power of having a podcast. So if you already have a podcast, I'm going to show you the ability to take it to another level. And if you don't already have a podcast, I might give you some ideas of potentially starting one. What is this? So if you think about the people that are showing up in your news feed on a consistent basis, these people are producing content at scale and they're doing it every single day. You've probably even gone to their webinars, you've probably gone to their seminars or bought their products because you've seen 5 videos, 3 images or 2 blog posts. I mean, you probably know who the guy is on the left and the middle, and we definitely know who the guy on the right is. We're all here at this networking event because of Ed. So thank you again. And he does this very well. I see his interviews on a weekly basis. So if we know that this as a strategy works, why aren't we making content on a consistent basis and why aren't we doing it at a good level? Well, often people get a camera out and they start forgetting their lines, or this is where the nerves start coming in. We're not all actors. Wasting too much time planning the videos. So maybe we spend an hour coming up with a list of things, or we finally get it correct and then the phone rings or the lawnmower starts or the or the garbage man comes and you then lose that quality stuff and you have to do it again. All of this is before you even think about editing the thing. So I just want to tell you where my journey started. It started, first of all, on the left there. I kept on talking to friends, business colleagues, entrepreneurs that were doing great things, walking away from these conversations going, that should have been recorded. Very quickly, this guy over here with a beard who looks like Ned Kelly, he told me that I should start recording him. So picked up a recorder. That's that thing you can see there in the middle and got going. But the reason I wanted to show you these two images, one, that was the starting point, and then the one on the right is a midway point where I got to interview Jim Penman of Jim's Mowing, Jim's Cleaning, Jim's Everything. But the reason for this is it didn't start gloriously. You know, this picture here is overexposed. My shirt is riding up. I don't know why there's socks in this picture. So there's a lot of things that you can take away from this. But then this is where it is now. So this was my second interview with Jim, and we got two camera angles going. It's the same person operating the camera that produced this picture that also produced these images. So that was really cool. But also what I quickly started to realize was the podcast wasn't about having the podcast. That 45-minute bit of content was really secondary to what you're actually getting out of it. Not really, yes, the 45-minute thing is great. I can put that up on YouTube, but what I can get out of it is these assets that you're seeing on the screen. This right here is an example of that. That's the amazing Stephen Thomas. This is an interview that we did. That image there on the right, there is 18 separate videos, and this was only a 30-minute conversation that we had. Stefan and I then repurposed this, and we got a lovely picture of him there, giving us the 6 steps to an amazing sales pitch. So that was really good. Then you can also say amazing things in these shows and make quotes out of them. Ideas are great, but they mean nothing without execution. This is stuff that I've said on podcasts. A shout out to Naomi, who did the image there on the left. A year from now, you'll be glad that you started. All of these things were said in the course of running a show. There's other reasons to do it as well. So becoming an authority in your industry, amplifying your message via your guest. As I say, having someone like Jim Penman on, giving him assets to share, that then drives traffic back to me. There's high demand for podcasts at the moment. You build relationships. You then leverage things like TikTok and Instagram Reels as well. The biggest thing, though, one of those points I said was relationships. This has been the best part. Everyone here, we know some of these faces, Mario, Stefan. These people have not only become friends because of the podcast, but also really valuable business connections along the journey. And in actual fact, it has been one of the better parts of starting the show. So that's the main thing there. But the really powerful thing is that content that you can get from it. So think about images, think about writing, think about video. That's the stuff that I really wanted to say. And yeah, that was the presentation. So if you want to start a podcast and you really want to accelerate this process, I'll be running a workshop on the 23rd of October, not July. This will be the second time I'm running it this year. I'm going to show you how to start your show, never run out of episode ideas, how you can get it on iTunes and Spotify, how to name the show so people actually want to listen, how you can get those good quality guests like Jim and Stefan and those people, and also how to get people to actually care about your show. This workshop's run by myself. So I've got 5 years of podcasting experience, formerly trained in marketing and podcast production. And Rowan Mackey, who also has 5 years of experience. He produces the Geelong Football Club podcast. He's at over 500,000 downloads. So he's got a really good experience in actually leveraging that audience. So we partnered together on this workshop. And yeah, if you want to join, I'll put the link in the chat. Everybody who joins from this call, just send me an email or a LinkedIn message. You'll get your cover art done for free, a 30-minute consultation with either myself or Rowan. And we'll also edit your first episode, put an intro and outro to it. all done for you so you can get started. But yeah, that's my presentation. Thanks for having me.
Oh, amazing. Can we give Tim a round of applause? And Tim, just want to ask you just a few questions, if I may.
Yeah, of course.
So firstly, Tim, what has been your biggest lesson about podcasting you've learned in the year of COVID? What has been your most recent powerful lesson you want to share with us all?
Yeah, there's so many people that want to start a show. It's become almost a cliche in a sense. I want to start a podcast.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing has actually been buying equipment, buying like a microphone like this and just doing interviews. Don't worry about the minutiae of everything else and getting caught up in the little details. It's actually starting those conversations first. That was the first step that I did. I got that really crappy first one out of the way with, my t-shirt riding up and the overexposure. That was the biggest thing.
Oh, legendary. So I suppose I think you shared it actually, and I've shared it before too. It's like that it's that meme that goes around LinkedIn saying, be afraid to suck at something new. And that's just the reality of it. When we do something new, we all suck, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I am almost embarrassed that first sort of couple clips are up on the YouTube channel, but in actual fact, it's really cool to look back on the progress, to look back on, well, this is what it looked out like with this amount of equipment. This is what it looks like now with different lighting and different other stuff. Even the Zoom call, like I've progressed from just doing Zoom calls, which everybody do, onto a more professional platform like Riverside, which gets you a higher quality of recording. It's just these things that people don't look into until you sort of start to perfect it, which is, all part of the process.
Oh, wonderful. Tim, I just want to say a big thank you for coming with us. Can we all give Tim a round of applause? Tim,
sure.
Absolutely love your work.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you. Now, Tim's a great guy. Make sure you connect with him. Now, I know it sounds a bit weird, but I actually want to take another photo because the composition of who's on my screen has changed now, right? So I know this is my third time now, but I can't change screens today, but the composition has changed. So I want to take another photo. So now's a chance. Turn on your webcam, do something different, hold the pose and hold it and hold the pose. It's going to be great. Winners on every level. Hold. Oh, beautiful. That was better. And I love how Mel has got a picnic mouth. I've been stuffing fortune cookies into my body and Mel has her picnic bar. So I love your work. So I will say a big thank you. Look, that brings us to the end of tonight. Now just a few quick things. See you at the rest of events. Make sure you connect on Zoom with each other. But we're not going yet. We've got to do closing thoughts, right? And I always let deep down my heart pick the closing thoughts. And I noticed that Piero is available. And so that means A, Piero hasn't spoken yet, which is a problem, but B, that means Piero gets the closing thought. So it's additional pressure. Piero, are you ready to give the closing thought, or is this timing just absolutely appalling?
If this microphone's any good, like Tim Beanland said, you'll be able to hear the baby in the background. But anyway, we'll see.
Well, Piero, tell us very quickly, tell us a bit about you and give us a closing thought.
Oh, wow. Okay, everybody. My name is Piero Mardesic. My father's Croatian. My mother's Filipino. That makes me fruit salad. I look like an Italian. I've been called a Kiwi. And you know what? Throw in the mix of dyslexia, ADD. I am a cocktail.
And sexiness. And sexiness.
and sexiness. I am a cocktail of fucking greatness. And I'll tell you why. It's because I usually give it all to Ed and I usually praise everybody on here. But you know what? It's time for me to be selfish.
Yeah, be selfish. Please talk about you for a change and not bloody Edward's ear.
My business is absolutely goddamn booming. It's gone global. If you want to know anything about growing Instagram, my inner circle's starting to change to people like Lewis Howes, Glenn Marsden. You know, you've seen me being photographed with, these are events that I go to, but now I'm starting to talk to their lower end teams. Why? It's because my mission has changed. My mission is now all about impact. And the reason that I'm going to always support Ed and what he does is because there is nothing better than networking. So my closing thoughts, Ed, as I sort of wrap it up, because the baby's going right off. As I wrap this up, I want you to think about this. There is no one more important than you and your mindset. There's a lot of mindset coaches on here. You and I both know give that mindset a rest for a while, meditate and relax, and look towards the people in your network and share what's truly in your heart when you need to. Because sometimes you've got to pull the plug for someone. Sometimes we're too appropriate. Sometimes we're too nice. There's a time and a place for that. But sometimes when someone's really in pain, it's not only just about leaning in. It's about giving them the words that sometimes they need so that they can pick up the pieces themselves. That's my final thoughts, Ed. And the reason I'm sharing that is because the space that I'm in with senior executives and that some of the pain that they cause themselves, you can hold space for them all day long, but someone's got to be willing. And if they're not willing, you've got to be willing to walk away.
Oh, that's a spirit. I love it. That's strength and power from Piero. Round of applause to Piero. And I just want to say a big thank you for coming. Now, can you all please unmute and give the person next to you a thunderous round of applause to officially close this Zoom? Thank you, everyone.
Hey, Naomi. You're next to me. Edward.
Have a good evening, everyone.